What is up, my Majin Buu crew? It's your boy, King Majin, coming back at you guys with another video. And today, I will be doing what if Deku was the reincarnation of Tai Lung. If you don't know who Tai Lung is, he plays the main protagonist in the first film of the DreamWorks first film of Kung Fu Panda. So yeah, it'll be shocking if you didn't know this iconic character. But this one was suggested to me by one of you, so here you go. I originally wasn't planning on doing this what if, but it honestly grew on me the more I thought about it, and the way I could work Deku's character as a fusion of Tai Lung's personality and Deku's personality. Honestly, I was shocked at how much I wanted to do this one, and I wasn't planning on it like I said prior, but it genuinely grew on me. And the person who sent it to me, which is King Jaden Johnson, the Flaming Thick Red Line. Okay, that's the name. I'm just joshing with you, man. I know you've been waiting for this video a long time. I know you've been excited about it. So I hope all of you enjoy the video. Note this series will only continue on the channel as long as this video gets, I don't know, 80 likes, and I will continue the series. So yeah. So without further ado, let's get into the video. What if Deku was the reincarnation of Tai Lung? We'll start things off with Deku being born in the hospital, born like usual. The doctor would bring him to Inko, and she would be shocked, saying, "Why does he have a tail? And yellow eyes? And gray hair?" And the doctor would say, "It's probably a mutation quirk." And Inko would say, but no one in our families have a mutation quirk. I have telekinesis and his father has fire breathing." And the doctor would then say, "I'm not sure, ma'am. Maybe you have, someone from long ago in your family had a mutation quirk?" And Inko would accept this answer. Afterwards, she would take Deku home, noticing that he's pretty strong for a newborn. Deku will grow up having the same admiration for All Might and heroes like in the original canon. He will also grow up loving martial arts, being a really decent fighter. Inko would notice how much her son likes to fight, and she would say, "Izuku, do you want to go to a martial arts class?" And Deku would say, yes, all excited like, and Inko trying to calm him down laughing. She would then take Deku to a local dojo for him to train. They will both run into a teacher. For all purposes, his name will be Rick. I like Rick. Maybe it's because I just watched Rick and Morty just a while ago. Sorry. Deku would be like, "Hi," and Rick would say, "Hi, are you the new student?" And Deku would say, "Yes." Inko would then leave to let her son get acquainted with the teacher. Deku would be admiring the dojo and how strong his teacher looks. He would see two other people in the class, and he would go up and say hi. These two people would be a girl named Mimi and a guy named Ojiro with a tail. Deku would say, "I like your tail." Ojiro would say, "I like yours too." And Mimi would say hi to Deku, and she would then explain how this is her family's dojo and that's her dad, and how her dad's training her and Ojiro. Deku would say, "That's pretty cool." And she would say, "My dad's won a few awards. He's pretty strong." And Deku would say, "He looked like it." And for the remainder of time, these three would train with Rick. And if you're wondering about Bakugo and Deku's relationship, their relationship would have been flipped upside down, with Deku being the dominant one in the relationship, and Bakugo just being like his lackey. Not lackey, Deku doesn't look down upon Bakugo. He sees him as equal, but to anyone else it would seem like Bakugo's the lackey. And it would continue to be like that until Bakugo would get his quirk and become, well, the personification of arrogance, and he would start bullying people. Deku, still being the heroic type, still having the heart of a hero, he would then get in the way of Bakugo bullying one kid, and Bakugo would say, "Just because you had your quirk first doesn't make you better than me, Deku." And Deku would say, "Kacchan, stop it now. And Bakugo would say, what will you do, huh? And Bakugo would then pop an explosion into his hand and say, what are you gonna do? And Deku would then take up a fighting stance, saying, bring it on, Kacchan. And Bakugo would then come at Deku with an explosion. Deku would then dodge, tripping Bakugo, making him fall. And Deku would say, is that all you got, Kacchan? Bakugo would get up furious, with eyes redder than the devil. He would then get up, coming at Deku with an explosion again. And this would continue for so long, with Bakugo not being able to hit Deku, and Deku just avoiding all of his attacks. Bakugo would then say, you're nothing but a weird cat freak. At this time, Deku would have gotten really mad for an instant, punching Bakugo in the stomach so hard, causing him to pass out and fall down unconscious. And Deku would then walk away afterwards. Time would pass, and Deku would be in the dojo with Rick. Rick would say, it's time for your belt exams, and he would get into a fighting position and tell Deku to step up. Deku would step up, and both him and Rick would begin to fight. Deku would be pushing Rick back. Rick would be surprised how strong Deku is. Rick would then activate his quirk, being a strength-enhancing quirk, and he would then be fighting off against Deku. But Deku would be slowly getting stronger as the fight went on, because this is the first time Deku's been allowed to go all out. He will keep going all out until he loses control and becomes like a type of beast in Rick's eyes. He would then knock Rick down to the ground and prepare to finish him off. At this time, Ojiro and Mimi will be looking at Deku saying, whoa, I never realized he was that strong. And Ojiro would be like, wait, what is he doing? He'll be preparing to finish off Rick, as in, well, kill Rick. But out of nowhere, a woman looking down from the bleachers or whatever would come down, jumping, breaking this up. Deku would then run backwards, Deku would run back, and Rick would be on the ground with this woman picking up, saying, are you okay, honey? And Rick would say, I'm fine. Ojiro and Mimi would be looking on like, what just happened? Ojiro would say. And Mimi would say, oh, that's my mom. And Ojiro would say, I'm the Grand Master of this dojo? And she would say, yeah. And Ojiro would say, that means she's stronger than your dad. And he would say, yeah, by a lot. And she's quirkless like me. And Ojiro would be left shocked, saying, she's quirkless too? And Mimi would say, yep. And she can beat my dad, even with his strength quirk on. And after this, Rick would then get up, saying, Deku, calm down. Still coughing up a little bit of blood because, well, Deku was kicking his butt pretty badly. But Deku will be on basically all fours right now, just embodying the spirit of a leopard. The Grandmaster of the dojo, which her name is Tsubaki, would then come up, telling Deku to calm down. And Deku will be getting into all fours preparing to attack. And Tsubaki would say, Rick, let me handle this. And Rick would step back saying, sure, honey. At this time, she would then get into a fighting stance and prepare to go head to head with Deku. The two of them will look each other in the eyes, and Deku will come charging right at her. Deku will be swiping, clawing at her, performing leopard kung fu? Yeah. Something that she had only seen once. And as time will go on, Deku will be pushing her back even more. But she would then kick Deku away, still being stronger than him, even though Deku has a quirk and he's pretty strong already. Her training and hard work is the thing that's putting her above Deku at this point. Deku would then get up, and for an instant, he would glow, and she would see someone standing right behind him. She would see a male leopard on all fours with a smile on his face. Soon after seeing this, the image would fade away, and Deku would then explode into rage, coming at her with everything he has, pushing her back, clawing at her. But she would then stop holding back, and then she would grab Deku by the face, slamming his head into the ground, causing him to pass out. After this, everyone would go checking up on Deku, with Rick saying, You didn't have to take it that far. And she would say, I did. I was nearly at my limit. That kid is incredibly powerful. And after this, Rick would then check up on Deku's head, make sure he doesn't have a concussion, and bandage him up. They would then call Inko. She would come and pick up Deku. And Inko would ask, what happened? And Tsubaki would say, he lost control of his quirk and we had to stop him before he hurt someone. Inko would then apologize, taking Deku home. After this, she would then take Deku home, put him in the bed. He would be asleep for a long period of time until he would wake up. He would then be wondering what happened. Inko would then come in explaining everything, and well, Deku would bawl his eyes out, saying, he almost hurt them. I almost hurt them, crying into Inko. The next day, Deku would then go back to the dojo to check up on everyone, and to apologize. Everyone would be training at this time, and Deku would come in and apologize for his actions. Everyone would say, it's fine, Izuku. And Deku would say, no, it's not. I almost hurt you guys. And everyone would be looking all depressed until Tsubaki would then step up saying, all you need is control. And Deku would say, what do you mean? You're strong. You have the potential to be one of the strongest people I've ever trained. And everyone would be shocked saying, wait, she's gonna train him? And she would say, kid, you have potential, and all you need to do is learn to control your anger. You can do that here. We can teach you. And Deku would be bawling his eyes out saying, thank you. At this time, the three of them would all begin to talk together. All the three students, to be exact. At this time, Rick would say, you never offer to train someone, especially a kid. And she would say, this kid was able to access chi. Able to utilize chi. And Rick would be like, what, Tsubaki? And she would say, yes. He might be a child, but he was able to access it. And Rick would say, people with quirks are barely even able to utilize chi. I can barely even do it. And Tsubaki would say, yeah, but this kid, I felt the purest amount of chi from him for an instant. For that fight. And Rick would say, so, he's gonna be your successor. And she would say, yeah. And Rick would say, what about Mimi? And she would say, Mimi is strong. She might become as strong as me one day. I believe in her, yes. But that boy right there reminds me so much of myself. And Rick would say, okay. For the remainder of time, these guys would train with Rick and Tsubaki, with Mimi being a little bit jealous that Deku's being trained specifically by her mom. But over time, she would grow to train Ojiro and Mimi as well, because they want to get stronger too. So over time, all of them would develop greatly and getting much stronger in these years. I'm going to give you guys some, numbers here. Power levels are basically non-existent in My Hero Academia, that's all I was trying to say. So, Ojiro would have at least 8% of One For All. Like, not One For All, but strength-wise, he'll be as strong as 8%. Mimi would have at least 15% of One For All, making her pretty strong. Even though she's quirkless, she's been training hard all these years. She will be stronger than Ojiro by a lot, even with his quirk. And Deku will be at least 30% of One For All, eclipsing the both of them. Over time, they will grow to become great friends. And now let's get into the start of the anime, you guys. Deku will be walking home and seeing Mountain Lady taking down a villain and being impressed. After this, he will go to school with the teacher saying, I'm going to need to pass out some aptitude tests to you guys. But afterwards, he will say, Who am I kidding? We all know you want to go to the hero course. And in all my videos, I will not miss a beat. I hate that eyeball guy. I hate Fat Neck over there. And Pinocchio. All of them bullied Deku at a point in time where, like, seriously, he was still better than all of you, even with your lame quirks. I'm sorry, I had to go on about that. I can never get over that. At this time, Bakugo would get up, giving his whole speech about how he's the best in the class and how he's gonna be the one to get the UA. And he would only accept one person for getting the UA with him, looking at Deku. Over time, these two would have had, like, a rivalry friendship. Bakugo would have acknowledged how strong Deku was, and Deku would have acknowledged how strong Bakugo was, having a pretty decent friendship. Over time, after class, Deku will be walking home and he will be attacked by the Sludge villain. At this point, he would then dodge out of the Sludge villain's way, and the Sludge villain will say, "Kid, give me your body. I didn't know the freak was in town." At this time, the Sludge villain will come at Deku, with Deku backing off for a bit. Afterwards, Deku would then charge at the Sludge villain, hitting into the Sludge villain, hitting into him so fast that the Sludge villain can't catch him, but he isn't doing any real damage. Deku would then back off, taking in a deep breath. He would then focus every aspect of his being into a palm strike, shooting the Sludge villain away to the wall of the alley that they're in, causing the Sludge villain to pass out. This would have been him using his chi and air pressure at the same time, because 30% of one for all strength-wise here. So, at this time the Sludge villain would be out cold, and All Might would then come, collecting up the Sludge villain, and Deku, well, not fanboying out, but still asking for an autograph. After this, All Might would then jump away, and Deku would be left on his own. And let's say for storytelling purposes, Deku's use of wind pressure caused the Sludge villain to be knocked out for a shorter time if All Might would have done it. Well, you guys get what I mean. His wind pressure was enough to knock him out, but for a shorter period than what All Might did. After this, the Sludge villain would attack Bakugo like in the original canon, and Bakugo will be trapped in the Sludge villain. But instead of just Deku running in to save Bakugo, it will be Deku and another girl. And All Might would then be looking on saying, "What are those kids doing?" And the girl would be, well, you guessed it, Mimi. She would then run in with Deku, with both of them grabbing onto Bakugo, pulling him out of the Sludge villain, and throwing him off to the ground. After this, the both of them would then take a deep breath while the Sludge villain is trying to attack them. They would then step forward, doing a double palm strike, using chi at this point, using chi in their attacks. At this point, it would equivalent to at least 45% of one for all, causing a large amount of air pressure to be flung at the Sludge villain, causing it to, well, be defeated. At this time, the reporters would then circle around Deku, Mimi, and Bakugo, saying, "You guys are incredible, what are your quirks?" and just giving them so much attention. After this, the heroes would then start to praise them, but chew them out afterwards. But then Deku would say, "Okay, so, was I just supposed to stand back and let my friend die? And Metal Arms, or whatever his name is, Dead Arms, I think that's his name," he would then say, "You guys aren't heroes." And Deku would say, "By my looks, you guys are barely heroes." And Dead Arms would say, "What?" And Deku would say, "If it hadn't been for me and Mimi here, he would have died. And now you guys are chewing us out because we stepped in to do your job for you? Let's go, you guys. I'm sick of talking to these people." Afterwards, the heroes would be surprised about what this kid just said to them. Now, this would be Bakugo and Deku and Mimi walking home. Bakugo would then stop, thanking both of them, and walking off on his own. At this time, they would both be walking to the dojo to prepare for training training for a bit, until All Might would then circle around the corner saying, "I am here, coming around the corner like a hero." Afterwards, Mimi would see this, pushing Deku aside, saying, "Wait, All Might? It's All Might!" And Deku would say, "Yep, I met him today." And she would say, "Why didn't you tell me?" And Deku would say, "I forgot." And she would say, "You know I'm a huge fan." After this, All Might was then powered down, with Mimi this time saying, "Wait, no, he has to be a fake. This can't be All Might." At this time, All Might would explain one for all his injury to them, and they would be like, "Whoa." Afterwards, All Might would say, "I would like one of you to become my successor." And Mimi would say, "Deku, you should do it." Looking a little bit sad, but knowing Deku's far stronger. But Deku would say, "Nah." And Mimi would say, "What? You like All Might too?" And Deku would say, "Of course I do. And I'm not gonna lie, that much strength would be tempting. But I want to get strong on my own. I don't want power to be handed to me." And Mimi would say, "So I'm just supposed to let it be handed to me?" And Deku would say, "Mimi, you embody a hero more than I do. You can run in and save someone without a second thought." And Mimi would say, "You did too?" And Deku would say, "Yes, but Mimi, you're much kinder than I am. And you can keep a smile on your face no matter what." And Mimi would then laugh and blush a little bit, saying, "Yeah." At this time, Deku would say, "I know you can be a great hero. You don't need to have the quirk to be a great hero, but it will greatly improve your chances of being the number one." And, if you guys are wondering, yeah, she wants to be number one. Whatever. At this time, Mimi would then accept the power, with All Might saying, "Now, you will be my successor." And, well, that's it for the video, you guys. I know I did ramble on a bit, but yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Jaden, I hope you liked it. But note this, your idea, I'm still gonna use it, but the video, it's gonna be broken down to many more parts. Seriously, I have a lot planned for this series, and I am not gonna stop. So you don't need to worry about that. And if you guys were surprised, Deku doesn't want to be the number one hero. He wants to be the world's strongest fighter, plus a hero. He wants to be acknowledged for his strength. He doesn't... it's gonna be hard for me to explain. He doesn't want to live up to being the number one hero. He just wants to surpass All Might and all the heroes that came before him. He might end up becoming the number one hero one day, but it all depends. But Mimi, she's like Deku, like the Deku from the original timeline, just being a lot more confident and strong than he is. So yeah. Oh my god, what time is this at? Well, anyway, I'm rambling on, you guys. Well, this has been King Majin saying thanks for watching and signing out. Peace.